Testing, testing, testing. All right. I think we're good. I pray that we are. Hello, I'm Rod Baker, and this is God and Rod. And the thing that I would like to talk about today is the spirit of addiction. There's a lot of times that we get into the outside of things, what it appears to be, what it looks like. And I want to get to the depth of it. I want to present how addiction is caused by a lack of something on the inside, something spiritual, something concrete, something eternal. And eternal values have a lot to do with it also, but that's something that's developed after we form a foundation. It's like the values are the pillars, but the foundation has to be formed. And so what I'm going to talk about today is in the spirit of addiction, the spiritual side of addiction, is we're getting to the root of it. I'm 25 years clean and sober. Not only am I clean and sober, but I have a relationship with God that is uncommon. It is, it's not something that you're going to see on a regular basis, or even that what you may do is you may sense it. You may feel it. You may feel the relationship that I have with God. Not just by my words, but by my fruit, my actions. And that is where we recognize those who have a good relationship or have a relationship with God is in their fruit, in their actions. They can talk all they want, and words have power. Life and death is in the tongue. Blessing and the curse is in the tongue. But what you speak comes from what you think. And those that lie, deceive, manipulate, cast spells, let's say. Those things come from a way of thinking of reprobateness, unclean spirits, lack of sobriety, lack of sober-mindedness. And these things are real. As most of us know, we have been in a form of drunkenness, of the influence of drugs and or alcohol. We have been in that. And once we have been in that, we understand how we change, how it changes us. It changes our perception. It changes our thinking. It changes our actions. What it doesn't have the power to do is to change our belief. That's the root. Your actions are the fruit. From the root to the fruit. So what I'm here to help us do is understand what the root is. The root of addiction. Now, all forms of addiction, whether it be food or shopping or sex or drugs or alcohol or even money, the love of money. Now, the love of money is more than an addiction. It's a belief. That root of the love of money is an entirely different belief. That's mammon. That's a spirit that is deep inside of someone. Someone who will never, ever be out of a lack of mindedness, a poverty mindedness. Okay? That's spirit. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about those people that use the acquiring of money or the spending of money or the, or whoring themselves. selling themselves for goods, services, money, anything. Whoring themselves out. And it doesn't mean that they're having sex, but most of the time they are. Let's get real. What that means is they're utilizing what they have for something that they believe, they think is what they want, but it's not. It's only what they want right now. And see, to not think eternally is not thinking spiritually. For you to think eternally, not about what the end result could be or what could happen. No. But to think about what it is that you desire at this moment, like a child. To be child-minded. To be greedy. For a child goes through that. They want what they want. We see them in grocery stores every day. Child-minded. Which as a child, they are free to do that until we teach them differently. See, raising them in the ways of the Lord. Now, all through one of the books in the Bible, Titus, all through Titus, it continues to talk about the necessity of sober-mindedness. The necessity of to be God-minded. God can't recognize you when you are not in sober-mindedness. God cannot recognize you when you are not in sober-mindedness. God cannot recognize you when you are not in sober-mindedness. So he may continue to use you like the whore you are. But the truth of the matter is he cannot recognize the child that you are to him until you're sober-minded. Until you're free from the things, the addictions. Because addictions are nothing more than an illness, a symptom of the true disease. See, when you have cancer, you lose weight. Or you gain weight, I don't know. When you have COVID, you cough. Right? When you have the flu, you're achy all over. These are symptoms of the disease. So any of those addictions are nothing more than symptoms of what the true disease is, which is a spiritual malady. A spiritual malady. So as we discuss these things in the series of the spirit of addiction, that's what we're going to name this, the spirit of addiction. As we continue to discuss these things, we're going to get to the root of it, of what the true disease is. And I can tell you now, if you don't want to participate in this, I'll go ahead and give you the short version. It's a lack of belief. You lack belief in that which is eternal. Eternal. See, live one day at a time, but believe as if it's forever. Believe. Because there are only three things that are eternal. That is faith, that is hope, and that is love. So thank you for participating with me in this. Meanwhile, I'd like to go ahead and close us out with a serenity prayer. For this little basic prayer saved my life many a days. God grant us the wisdom. God grant us the wisdom. God grant us the wisdom. Angels abide.